we have Regicide. I know I'm a little late on the Regicide train. This is a cooperative slash very popular solo game, a cooperative card game that you don't even need this to. You can just use a regular deck of cards to play. But I got a copy of this mostly because I'm going to play Regicide Legacy, and so I want to know how to play the base game first. So here's my thoughts. Let's get into it. So Regicide can be played with a regular deck of cards. This is a specifically made one just to make it look cool and everything, but it really is just a regular deck of cards along with a couple of jokers, the wilds, and then this is a useful piece of information to have. So in this game, you are basically using a deck of cards to defeat the bad guys, who are the kings, the face cards, the kings, the queens, and the jacks. And you're going to be putting them in a pile, kind of shuffled, where you'll have the 4 kings on the bottom, then the 4 queens, and on the top, you'll flip over the top jack, and you will fight that. How do you fight that? With the cards. So depending on the number of players in the game, let's say you're playing it solo, you would draw 8 cards, but there's going to be about 8 cards between a number of players. And you just fight them. And what you'll do in your turn is you will play a card. So let's say, for example, I play this card here. This is 10. It does 10 damage to this jack. Well, the jack has 20 health, so I'm only halfway to killing him. The jack then is going to hit me back for damage. And when you take damage, you'll discard those cards from your hand. So he hits me for 10. But what happens in this game is every card you play does special abilities. In this case, this one is going to block, well, 10 damage. Sometimes they let you draw more cards from the deck, which you need to do because that's the only way. This one will let me draw 5 cards up to a total of 8 surrounding the table. Sometimes they will heal cards. As you play cards, they get discarded. And then those cards, when you heal them, will get shuffled and put underneath your deck so that you can have them again. So you're going to hit it, it's going to hit you back. If at any point you don't have enough damage in your hand to do it, and this, again, if you're playing multiple players, if the person has enough damage, then you lose. Or if you need to play a card to attack the jack and you can't, you're just going to take damage from it, you'll lose. These can be played to help things out, and there's a couple other rules that can be done in the game, like you can play some cards together, as long as they're less than 10 to attack, and an ace can be added to anything. In fact, if I play an ace, I get both special abilities. Here, it's 10. 9 plus 1 is 10, but I'm blocking 10 damage, and I can draw up to 10 cards. If you kill something, it's discarded, and then the next one will come out. So you go through the jacks, and then eventually get to the queens, which have 30 health, and they attack for 15, and the kings 40 health and attack for 20. If you kill something exactly, it goes on top of your deck. If you don't, it goes into your discard pile. But again, you might see these come through again, and then you'll be able to use their attack against the bad guys. If you make it through all 4 jacks, queens, and kings, you win the game. This game is pretty interesting. It's very hard. So after I played this multiple times here now, and one thing I've learned is you need to keep cards in your hand that let you draw cards. That's a pretty big deal. I want to be honest, I've yet to beat regular Regicide. I have gotten to the second last king and almost had beaten him when I lost. But I feel like I'm getting better at it. Now, I like it. I like the concept a lot. It's, it takes you a while to remember what the special things do, but I gotta say, I'm going to be in a bit, it will take a while, reviewing Regicide Legacy, and that game, if you lose, and I've lost in that one too, has ways to mitigate that, which I find to be very interesting and fun, and it's much more enjoyable to me to go through and try to beat those missions. And it also looks even cooler. But this is a small deck of cards. You can try this out with a regular deck of cards. You can go online and find the rules. But I do enjoy it. It gives me this crunchy puzzle to work with. I think it's good solo and with other people. I'm preferring to play solo just because I think, I don't know, I just have fun sitting there trying to manipulate the cards and think about the numbers and the math. A little bit of card counting going on in it. I'll give it a 7 out of 10, but realize that the Legacy version will likely be higher when I get around to reviewing that. But it's a nice little package.